Here's.
Let me see. Nice.
Let's go and get Careena first. So the thing is, if the other primers are your alms, then why isn't Hina playable?
Hey, is the Sylphid in Sylphid Boomerang like a name or something?
Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure it's the name of the elemental of wind.
Then do you think he'll get mad if we use his boomerang?
Elementals are aspects of nature and emissaries of the goddess of mana. They watch over the lands, rarely interfering with the people who inhabit them.
So, you're saying that he probably wouldn't mind?
Not according to the book I read, at least.
Yes! This is kind of exciting. This might be useful. Grizzly!
But I hit the Y button.
Yes! I've improved. This place sure lives up to its name. The wind never stops, huh?
This breeze is strange, though. It feels melancholic somehow.
Well, first order of business is to return the elemental vessel to the chief. Then we see about the Alm.
Of course, melancholic. They just had to give up their Alm to be sacrificed.
Dragonfolk can live to be pretty old, right?
Oh,
Do you
dude.
think the new Alm of Wind could be a senior citizen of the Vale?
Don't worry. I'll carry them to the mana tree on my back if I gotta.
They're literally called Dragonfolk.
Fine, upstanding soul guard you make.
Let's plan our next move.
Much older Dragonfolk.
Yes. This is kind of exciting. Nice. Taking this.
I mean, how old can Dragonfolk live to? It's obviously they're not like extremely old, like you'd think you'd see in Fire Emblem, but it seems like they at least live older than other races. Oh, here it
Let
is.
me see. Nice.
I was curious what they're called. They're actually called Dragonfolk. Interesting. So they have long elven-like ears, small wings in their backs, dragon tails, and they have horns in their heads, it looks like. And the horns are part of their hair, I think? Are they different colors? They might be, it's hard to say. Other than the wing shape, they're not too different from my dragons. So my dragons had the wings attached to the arms directly, but they're pretty close to my version of dragons. She's cute. I can't dash here. Or double jump. Interesting.
Hello.
With no Alm to offer up, the Windchers come rest as seeing the windmills prepare for as they turn. What do you mean by no Alm to offer up? I thought you did have an, I thought you would have an Alm because the fairy has to come and choose an Alm.
Hi.
Yes.
Oh.
My daughter Careena never listens to what anyone says. I hope the strict upbringing we gave her isn't what turned her into a little rebel.
Huh? Taking this. This is kind of exciting. A rare item. Let me see. This might be useful. Let me see. A rare item.
I already got one for Careena. I don't even have her yet. Is that Careena? That is Careena. Yeah, that's Careena.
Let me see. This might be useful. I'm Val, the Soul Guard. I came across your elemental vessel and wanted to return it.
Gracious, I was wondering where Ramco and the little ones spirited that away to. Thank you. Those youngins will get an earful later, but enough about that. Welcome to Longren, friends.
A pleasure. So where might we find the Alm of Wind?
On that subject, I have some unfortunate news. The fairy has not yet arrived to name the Alm.
Oh, then you're still waiting to see who gets the job?
Here in the Vale, we welcome the fairy with a traditional wind-dyeing ceremony, as performed by one of our wind oracles. But this year, our attempts at the ritual have been unsuccessful. There is one oracle, Careena, whose attunement to the wind element is unparalleled. At this rate, I fear that without Careena, the fairy may not come at all. Sadly, she refuses to listen to my orders anymore. No matter what I do or how soundly her parents scold her, Careena says she won't budge until she feels like it. But now that you have arrived, Sir Soul God, there may be a chance to get her to see reason. I humbly beseech you to talk to Careena.
What? Why me?
Perhaps if she is buffeted by a breath of fresh air, she may yet bend to the winds of fate. Be sure to give her a good buffeting, mind you.
You mean use
Okay,
the
that's
vessel to
fine.
literally knock some sense into her?
Surely a precious artifact should be handled delicately.
Oh man.
These days, the elemental vessel is scarcely used as more than a child's plaything. I am certain that a soul god would have much better applications for such an object.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Come, if the fairy is not properly welcomed, it could be the end of the Vale as we know it. Please, you must make Careena see reason.
Oh man.
I think I've got my work cut out for me this time.
The chief seemed genuinely worried for the fate of the Vale. Now's your...
This is kind of exciting. Is this? Got some syrup. Taking this.
Oh no.
Rhea's always communicating at Alm, but since she's lost her wings, there's little chance she's at all anymore. Interesting. So she wants to be Alm too.
Hey.
Taking this. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I saw Careena over there. She moved, okay. No, she's still there.
Oh.
Oh, that's Kareena's mother.
Oh.
You folks in the habit of staring at strangers? What is it? Are you selling something? Find somewhere else to hawk your wares.
She's got like a
Are you
A
by any
valley
chance
girl.
Careena,
Type
the
accent.
Wind Oracle? I'm Hina, the Alm of Fire. And this is...
Val, the Soul Guard. Nice to meet you.
What's the convoy of alms want with me? No, let me guess. The chief sent you to convince me to do the wind dine, right?
Well, yeah, actually. In Tiania, we build a ceremonial bonfire to celebrate the fairy's arrival. Longren has different traditions, though, right?
The chief thinks sending outsiders to do his dirty work is gonna make me budge. Well, he's got another thing coming. Nope, never again.
But if the fairy doesn't come, no one can be named the Alm of Wind. For the sake of Longren and the rest of the world, would you please consider performing the wind dyeing ceremony?
When someone asks a stranger for a favor, usually they have something to offer in exchange. I'll tell you what, you can find Shiryu for me. I've looked all over town already, and I gotta get off my feet for a bit.
Shiryu? I'm guessing they're a friend of yours. What do they look like?
He's dreamy. About the same age as me. Got a nice smile.
Oh, someone kind of like Val then?
Spare me. He's nowhere near as witty as this guy.
Gee,
Oh, man.
thanks. Well, Hina, sounds like we have a missing person to find. If Careena's already looked in town, let's try the outskirts.
Is she already at my party? Nope. Okay. So we need to look for the outskirts. Karina's the best wind dyer, but she's looking for her boyfriend.
Got some syrup.
So another option here is that if it's not gonna be Careena who goes with the Alm, it could be her friend Shiryu. Which is interesting because of course she's in love with him, so she wants to be with him, which means once again they're playing this whole thing where lovers are being separated by becoming alms. Another option is he's actually strong like she says he is. Then maybe if she gets chosen, then he becomes an antagonist to try and stop her from being sacrificed.
Hey,
Taking this?
Hey! Welcome. What'll it be?
I have 10 milk herbs.
Come
Yeah,
again.
one. That kind of sucks. Honestly, I was hoping that if they were gonna, like, back in Tiania, they had the shopkeepers. There was a female male shopkeeper, and they had 20 different designs. I was hoping that they'd actually make them Dragonfolk, but they didn't.
Welcome. We're having a special. Come again soon.
That one is Dragonfolk though. At the M shop, but he has to do a dance.
This is kind of exciting. This might be useful.
Weapon shop.
This?
Yeah, but you're Dragonfolk too.
welcome. All our goods are high quality.
Bard's Blade's worth 0. It can't be sold. Okay.
All our goods are high quality.
Oh, he has the classic. No, wait. Is that a spear? No. No, it's not. Can he equip lances too? Okay, so they're gonna be able to equip different weapons
Come again
if they
soon.
switch classes. I didn't realize that. Interesting.
Yes. Grizzly. Yes. Got some syrup.
Oh no.
My doctor told me I need to quit regular exercise in my daily routine, but it's just not sticking. Wouldn't it be nice just to eat without and worry about gaining weight?
Let me see. Is this? Taking this?
Hello.
Let me see. Is this?
Oh, I have to go back that way? We ain't for our first boss yet. I think the game kind of implied that we do get Morley and Careena pretty quickly. So it could be related.
Got some syrup.
Hi. Hello there. Shiryu, I presume?
That's me. And you are?
He has red
Val,
skin. Interesting.
The Soul Guard. And this is Hina, the Alm of Fire.
Oh, Val, Hina. Lovely to meet you. I'm Shiryu, a historian and keeper of tales from the Vale.
What are you doing so far outside of Longren?
Calibrating windmills, actually. The wind's been hard to predict lately, which might be a side effect of having no alm yet.
Speaking of alms, Careena said she'd help call the fairy with some wind dyeing if we found you for her.
She did, huh? I guess she came around to the idea after all.
Is the dyeing process hard or something?
Not particularly. As long as you know the steps, that is. You just capture the breeze with the cloth to bring out the colored dye. The issue is that the fairy won't come for just any old round of wind dyeing. Careena has the most skill in Longren, so she has the best chance of summoning her.
Then why is she so averse to helping?
Because Careena wants... She wants to be chosen as the Alm. But all she's ever heard from the rest of the Vale is that she's wrong for the job. And yet... they keep asking her to help with the wind dyeing. It wouldn't surprise me if the fairy was staying away on purpose to avoid these hypocrites.
But why would Careena be a bad choice of Alm?
He lost
Did
the
she
wing.
pick a fight with the elemental or something?
That's a good one. But nothing that scandalous, I promise. But it's complicated. Too complicated to bother you both with right now. Besides, I know Careena wants the Vale to prosper, just like everyone else. And it looks like your arrival might have been enough to give her that push. Anyway, I'll head back to the Vale for now. See you there. And thank you.
That's point. Can they? I'm assuming they can't actually fly. They can probably like it probably gives them like increased movement abilities. I think Careena has a high jumping ability. That's why he's essentially act like a dragoon type. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if her class is in fact dragoon. Because I mean, well, she's literally a dragon. Well, not literally a dragon, but she's a dragon type of human. She's a dragonoid, I guess you could say. A humanoid dragon. They're literally called Dragonfolk, though. I don't know if there actually is any other dragons in the universe, but it's hard to say. We do have Flammy, but Flammy is usually a dragon, but he's a different type of dragon, so it's hard to say if they'll call him a dragon or not.
I told you, the more you yell at me, the less I want to have anything to do with the wind dyeing.
Now you're just being stubborn. Didn't you hear that the convoy from Tiania has already arrived?
We can't keep wasting the Alm's time with your selfishness. You're putting the whole Vale in danger with your temper tantrum.
If you want to meet the fairy so bad, then you do the ceremony. Why does it always have to be me, anyway? It's not like I have a chance at becoming the Alm. Y'all made that abundantly clear. You think I'll just go along and do all the hard work for nothing?
Pouting about it won't help your case, you know.
I'm not pouting. I'm angry. After all, I just wanted to be the Alm and see the world.
Honey, we know it's hard for you to accept, but it's been years since anyone in our family has been considered worthy of Alm status.
Sure, your affinity to the wind element meant you had a good chance at the gig. But after what you did in the Sanctum?
Fine. Criticize me all you want, but I don't regret my actions one bit, so stop lecturing me.
How irresponsible. The other wind oracles don't cause their parents this much trouble.
But if we don't push her, the fairy might not visit Longren at all. Maybe Shiryu can talk some sense into her.
Aha! There you are! Thanks for finding Shiryu for me.
No sweat. So you'll perform the wind dyeing ceremony now?
Did I say that? Next time, get it in writing. Besides, I have some stuff to talk to Shiryu about. Bye-bye.
Hang on. I thought you wanted a favor for a favor. We gotta call the ferry to Longren before it's too late.
Careena, don't forget. There's that old saying about the disaster that could befall our tribe if an Alm isn't chosen. The wind will rage, and the winged fall flightless.
We're too old for fairy tales, Shiryu. Besides, the wind is always blowing here. And it's not like we Dragonfolk use our wings to fly in the first place.
Maybe the proverb isn't meant for Dragonfolk. Ramco has wings too, you know?
Fine. But I don't have to be the one to do it. No one in town even cares who does the wind dyeing, and I wouldn't do it even if they begged. Why bother? It's not like the fairy would ever pick me to be the Alm anyway.
I have an idea. Val,
Why
why
don't you-
don't you do the wind dyeing instead?
Yeah, right.
Me?
Anyone is allowed to use the technique. And besides, it never hurts to have a breath of fresh air to try and bend the winds of fate.
The chief said something similar, now that you mention
The funny thing is that this is probably just a ploy to get her to do it.
You'll need it. I think I'll just stay here with Shiryu.
This is clearly a ploy to get her to do it.
You two do make a cute couple.
Yeah. Look, the dyeing stall is up a ways over there. Just give it a go.
It's probably like, you're so bad. Let me do it.
Okay, it's up to me to perform the ceremony and call the ferry. Here goes nothing. Turns.